free, and enjoy more of what the world has to offer in this action one, because this is where most human beings screw the pooch.
So a little one-person trampoline, very
I screen shared it. Like, there's no excuse. Like, phone numbers are just out there. You just got to pick up the phone, smile, and dial. So, good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk to Tanner Morning Show, where we go over tips, tricks, ideas, and exercises to help make you the absolute best entrepreneur you can be, not only for yourself, but for the people you love and care about most. This fun morning, episode 269, we're talking about what am I willing to give up in order to get what I want. This whole premise and idea, good morning. Thanks for tuning in with us this morning. This idea that we need to give something up in order to get what it is that we want. So I've been seeing a lot more of the advertisements, and it's about money, it's about closing, it's about getting people to jump into the water. I get it, whether it's diets, it's like, don't give up any of the bad foods that you love to eat. Don't give up any of the bad habits that you have, and totally continue to live your lifestyle, and you'll lose weight, or your skin will get better, or whatever. You know, you're selling the change you're selling the life transformation without people needing to make necessary change. And this is more common and common. It makes sense, right? You know, it's reduced friction. Quitting habits, especially really strong habits, is probably the hardest thing that humans have to go through, if you really think about it. There's so many things that, sorry, I'm still congested. It is absolutely wild. I think it's because I ate a ton of pizza this weekend when I probably shouldn't have, but either way, whatever. We have athletic greens and a bunch of water and stuff, and we're nailing it out. And I neti potted. Now I just kind of, anyway, pizza this weekend, great weekend. Back to the point, quitting bad habits can be really, really tough. And when you think about it and all of the crazy things that humans do, we can think of people, whether it's traveling a really far ways, driving literally 4 hours across the country or across the state to go watch a sporting event, no problem. To go to stay up really late, to travel across the country or something. I'm trying to think of hard things that we do naturally. Anyway, I'm sure you can think of a list of hard things when you just whether it makes me think of parents, and then parents running in a million different directions, no problem. Or this weekend, we did a ton of housekeeping stuff. We ripped this fan out. We completely ripped out our screens on the front porch, and we redid, washed the woodwork, painted it, and it looks really nice. Anyway, it was a lot of work. But when it comes to quitting like a tough habit, say for me, it's drinking or smoking or eating late before bed. Some of these habits, they seem so simple and so easy, but they're like impossible to break when you get tied into it. I'm sure you can think of your favorite food that's really hard would be get rid of. Maybe it's one of the harder habits. Smoking in particular was very, very difficult for me personally to quit, and found a lot of pain and resistance in that. And it's just like a little habit that you form. I don't know if we just believe deep down, or maybe there's a part of us that still believes that it's not that bad, or we don't need to do it. Either way, it can be really tough to quit. My point is, giving up, I'm trying to emphasize the point and put into words of how important it is to give something up, to be willing to give something up. I think the willingness and the intentionality are very, very important. And so stressing on that for just a moment, if we can be more intentional And if we can be willing to give certain things up, get bad habits, I truly believe a person who can form the ability to give something up that means a lot to them, then they are a lot more prone to have the space, the fortitude, and the graciousness to take on the task that they want. That's probably a way too fancy way of saying that if there's something that you believe that you really want to do, your number one goal, primarily this works best for the number one goal example. If you want to achieve, if you have one particular goal, for example, mine is a very particular goal that I have for work, working and doing a number of 6-week courses with a certain number of people. That's my number one goal. And to achieve that goal, there needs to be a certain set of tasks that need to be completed in order for that to happen. And I can tell that when I've given something up that means a lot to me, my willingness and my ability to get this done increases dramatically. So next, when it comes to drinking alcohol, I'll actually be on day 100 tomorrow, and we'll be doing a little episode about that. I quit alcohol for 100 days, what's changed. And I got to say, when it comes to giving something up that means something to me, the emotion, I just feel really in control of my emotions. And I'm a big believer that all the actions that we take are through our emotions. You have the feeling brain, the thinking brain, or whatever. Some people don't like splitting it up into two brains. That analogy has still always worked really well for me in my thought process. So you got the emotional brain sitting in the driver's seat. This is an example from Mark Manson, by the way. And I can't remember what book that was. I think it was it's a light blue cover. We have it at the house. It was the follow-up. It was like a book about hope or something like that. Anyway. So our emotions are in the driver's seat. And then when we can build that relationship with quitting, or one of the comments talking about changing the wording of the bad habit, detaching from the words, because the words literally don't matter. It's more of the habit and then the follow-up emotions that follow suit with that are so important. And it might not be smoking for you, and it might not be drinking for you. It might be video games. It might be watching TV. Another example, this week, I will not be watching TV if I haven't written 500 words that day for my book. If I have not written the words, I do not watch TV. And I think even when I don't, so on the days that I don't write, and then the days I don't, and then it's the evening, I'm tired, right? I've been working in the business. I've been going over to my family's house, helping out, been working on other side projects at the properties, and I'm really exhausted by the end of the day. And all I want to do is watch some TV. I believe that the pain and the friction of not being able to go to your comfort spot for a small period of your life is very good in building the habit that you truly want to do. Now, this form of selling doesn't sell real well when you're trying to talk to people, when you're trying to get clients. Like, you're going to have to give something up. You're going to have to feel some pain and go there. Because if you talk to somebody logically, so you have the emotional brain and the thinking brain. When you're talking to somebody who's thinking and logically, they're like, yeah, of course you'd have to give up things. It's part of sacrifice. But I think all people in their own experience need that to happen to them specifically. Me telling you about giving up TV to write will not change the chemistry and the connection in your brain and your ability to have a strong ability to say, no, I don't need that right now. Not right now. I don't have to give it up forever, but I do not need this right now. And being able to say no to that thing that you're willing to give up is going to have to be in your own experience. Maybe it is TV. Maybe it is video games. Maybe it is eating food at a certain time. Maybe it's not going to bed at the time that you said you wanted to go to bed at. Whatever it is that you want to truly give up, I think going through the pain and the friction of not having it is really good discipline to understand that you don't need. The word need is so strong now. Like, I need this. I need it. I saw somebody, it broke my heart. They looked really young. I don't know if they're in middle school or what, but one of their friends took their vape, those little things that you smoke. I was addicted to them myself. They give you a wicked head buzz just like that, without the stank and nasty of a cigarette. I get it. Kids having their hands on them, pretty tragic, but the kid got it taken away. And I thought, you would have thought the kid's mom would have just died. You would have thought that he just lost his left leg. Like, he was just screaming, freaking out. Like, that's not good. That's probably drug addiction already at a very young age, which is really sad. But trying to remember that you don't need anything that's outside of yourself. And the more that we become attached to things that are external and not internal, this is going to help provoke and heighten a lot of the stronger bad emotions that we're starting to feel. So be very careful of this. If there's anything outside of yourself, such as a habit, such as a ritual, and this can be even tied to good ones, right? That these start to turn from habits into like coping mechanisms. Even reading can be bad if it's in the form of procrastination towards the other things that you really do want to achieve and accomplish. So that's something I used to do all the time, is I'd hide behind my books so I wouldn't have to prospect and reach out. How we're going to combat this is I'm going to change the time of the morning show here soon in the next couple days this week, or in the very beginning of next week, from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. I'm going to start getting up when my girlfriend gets up at 5:30, and then we'll do prospecting before, because now my handicap isn't coming on camera and talking. The handicap is reaching out to enough people to get them to do our 6-week course. So if you pull up anything from this episode this morning, this long rant and winded way of saying, I want you to pick something that you will and are willing to remove from your life, to get rid of. The wording, however you want to word it. Something that's going to cause a little bit of pain. Something that you're very used to in regards to your number one goal. The task for the number one goal comes first. No excuses, no, oh, well, I have to go to work. I have this to, well, maybe get up a little bit earlier. Oh, well, I have to do, maybe we plan something a little bit before bed. The terrible thing about excuses is that it just limits your own experience. And no one will understand the pain that you're going to have to go through. No one will understand it. It's going to be unique to you, but the growth and the benefit will also be unique to you. So asking yourself what it is that I want to give up today. Maybe it's, I don't want to eat fast food for a month. No fast food for a month. Maybe I want to read 10 pages a day, absolutely every single day. Think of the goal that you want, and then think of something that you do every day that is not healthy for you. On a very literal sense. Like what is something that could go that you can get rid of until you get done with that other task. And then anchoring the two together so you feel better, so you feel more at peace. For example, we just ate dinner, we're winding down for the night. Now I'm really tired. My belly's full. The blood's out of my body and out of my brain. It's flowing in my gut. That's why you get tired after you eat, by the way. But I'm starting to feel tired, and I don't want to write. I'm like, it wouldn't be good anyway. I suck at writing. I'm terrible at this. I might as well just watch the NBA playoffs or something, basketball, or maybe an episode of Yellowstone. Watch people mess around on the ranch. And then I start to feel this friction. I start to feel this pain. And then I'm leaning into it a little bit and remembering of what it is that I truly want. I want to create a book. I want to inspire millions of people. I want to live my life in control and in peace with knowing that I've done the things that I wanted to do. So I do it. I write the 500 words, even if they suck, even if they're terrible. Just do it. You learn as you go. It's such a powerful tool. We learn as we go. So you dive into it, you get it done, you get your 500 words done, and then now you can have like that dopamine and that real sense of peace, because I truly believe that I get the best feelings when I accomplish tasks and when I work on things that I know are in alignment in my values. Values are a big part of the course. It's the very first week, and the first week of the course is always free. So if you're looking for a 6-week personal development course, the first week is on values and stuff like that. Absolutely incredible. That one's free, and I highly recommend the course. So getting our values done and living in alignment with our values more often. We don't need instant gratification all the time. And that's what most of our habits are doing. Human beings have evolved so much that our basic needs are met, and now we're bored and we need some type of stimulation all the time. People always want stimulation. Now it's time to replace that shallow, shitty buzz of whether you're smoking vapes, whether you're drinking alcohol, whether you're eating unhealthy foods. Get rid of that crappy, life destroying instant gratification for other types of stimulation, such as pain, healthy pain. Yesterday I went on a run, and I was trying to run pretty fast, and I was really pushing up my heart rate, and I was really trying to lean into it. I think leaning into hard exercise is always a really great way to build up your foundation, build up your ability to quit bad habits. And just thinking of it, it's funny how when you do the good habit, then I don't even want to do the bad habit after it anyway. So with the running example yesterday, I was like, okay, I'm not going to eat any more unhealthy food until I at least run a couple miles. So I went and ran my couple miles, and I got done, and then I didn't even want to eat the unhealthy food anyway. It's like, well, my heart rate's already got up. I already feel good. My energy's really good. I might as well eat something healthy. So I ate some fruit, and then I made I make this smoothie and stuff, and I had this protein bar and this and that. So it's the opportunities. It's pretty beautiful how you can compound and combine and kind of play around with your own experience of what it is that you want to do and what it is you want to try. But go ahead and play around with it. Think of habits that you want to give up. Maybe you make a list of them, ones that you want to give up, and then you become dead set on one or two, and then just try and tie it to your number one goal. If I don't take action on this goal, then I don't get to do this bad habit. Try and use this anchoring system. I found it really, really helpful. If you have any questions on forming habits, if you have any questions on quitting things, like I've been able to quit cigarettes, I've been able to quit drinking, I've been able to quit eating excesses of unhealthy food. I've been able to commit to exercise. If you have any issues with some of that, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'd love to help in any way I can. Other than that, I offer a 6-week life transformation course where we create a life map for your life. It is absolutely incredible. The first week's free. And even if you finish the 6-week course, and you hated it and it didn't completely change your life, I'm serious. This course changes your life, how you view the world, how you're in it, how you interact. If you're looking for something personal development wise to really push you and you want real change, I guarantee that change or your money back, full guaranteed. I'm not here to mess around. To either change your life in a better way and you pay me for it because it's an investment in yourself and I'm in the business of investments, or you get your money back and you got a bunch of exercises and tools and stuff for free. Whatever you want to do with that. If you didn't truly benefit from that, I'm not here to take your money that way. But that's my guarantee. That's all I had for today. Is I just wanted to, this Monday morning, maybe we're thinking this week, what the hell am I going to give up to actually get what I want? Because usually what we want, we just need the space. So we might have to give a few things up in order to create that space, create a better relationship with the tasks that we have to complete, create a better relationship with ourselves, and see that the sky truly is the limit. That's all I have for this morning. Everyone have an amazing, blessed, wonderful morning. In case you needed to hear it, I love you. Have a great day. And I'll be seeing you guys all on the next episode bright and early tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. live, where we'll be talking about the pros and cons of me giving up booze for 100 days. Today is day 99. So tomorrow will be day 100. That's exciting stuff. And we'll kind of go about the pros and cons of it. Should you do it? Should you try it? Is it worth it? Or maybe you can just apply the same concept to like smoking weed or nicotine or bad foods or whatever the habit that you want to get rid of, right? It doesn't have to be alcohol. I don't demonize alcohol by any means, but I'm just saying that my life's, you'll hear more about it tomorrow, but I'm just more productive, really, and I have great emotional control, so that's worth it to me. Cheers, friends. Hyped up for the episode tomorrow. We're going to have a great day, great Monday morning. I got some some forms to fill out. I got a new website being made, and I got to answer all these questions for this guy. And so I got to get to it. But you guys have an incredible, incredible Monday. Y'all stay amazing, beautiful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. Ooh.